Hello, friends. Earlier today, I said I was going to do a Facebook Live in regards to meditation and prayer. And I started that post with the word namaste. And namaste means the divine in me recognizes and respects the divine in you. It's a greeting that is used, and it's a very I want to say engendered word, a word that has a lot of love, acceptance, faith, and even more than that. There's a lot to be shared by sharing the word namaste. So in regards to meditation and prayer, I have a little story to tell you. A couple days ago, I was going to participate in the World Meditation. And my allotted time was 7:45. Everybody around the planet who had seen the posts for this meditation were going to attend, given their time frame wherever they were. And so I sat down to do my meditation and went to assume my position. And first of all, I realized, whoa, my hip's not that flexible. I went in to do full lotus, and I thought, it's been a while since I've done full lotus. And then I already had my candle lit and I was getting ready to go, and I found that it took me a while to slow my mind down. And I do meditation pretty regularly, but I have not been disciplined. I have not made myself sit down and do it at the same time every day for a while to practice it becoming more easy to manifest into just letting my thoughts flow and not kind of grabbing onto them or being distracted by my environment. And so this meditation was to last 20 minutes, and it probably took me about 5 minutes or so to even get my mind to stop having bad behavior. It was all over the place. And so after about 5 minutes, I started sinking into my familiar place, because, prior to the meditation, I was kind of bouncing around and getting ready, and I wasn't really doing my breathing, and I wasn't easing myself into it. So all of a sudden, I just decided I'm going to sit down and meditate with all, with the world. And when I did that, I wasn't prepared. My intention wasn't completely focused, and I didn't drop into the meditation very quickly. So it took me that 5 minutes, and then once I got into it, everything I started finding my ease and my peace, and I was able to immerse myself in the experience, which took me double time. So I went for about 40 minutes without a problem once I was able to be in the moment. And then when I came out of it, I was in a very blissful state, and I felt incredibly grateful for the opportunity and just this expansive, heartfelt feeling that I had intentionally participated with probably thousands of people on the planet. Maybe possibly millions. And so it was a really great experience. The next morning I was thinking about it and reflecting back on how I kind of struggled to get into the moment, and the reality and the awareness that, wow, I have not been practicing nearly as much as I know could be really beneficial for me. And so I need to do that. And then with that, I thought, I need to share this with people, because I believe that, a lot of people do pray, and a lot of people do meditate, and sometimes people pray when they want something or need something. Sometimes they meditate, when they have the time for it, instead of, both things. Prayer and meditation can be very effective when we need them, when we don't think we have time for them. Those are the moments that we should be able to stop and drop into a moment and let go of our frustrations and stop the chatter of our mind and bring ourselves into a centered, peaceful awareness. Now, mind you, I am not, even pretending to be an expert at meditation, yoga, nothing like that. There are people who have practiced their entire lives, and the majority of their life in their discipline with meditation or yoga, and those are the people who can guide you down an amazing path in a way that I can't. But I can motivate you and get you started and get you excited about the possibility of bringing discipline into your days and holding yourself accountable and choosing to meditate and pray, and then maybe giving you a little bit of an outline for what that looks like. So Do you have a place? And does that place have to be stationary? Not necessarily. When my daughters were young, I actually taught visualization meditation in about, I think they were about 3rd grade. And I took my yoga mat and threw it out in front of the kids and said that was a flying carpet. And the example of that was that this is a place that is yours, this space, this yoga mat, whatever that is for you, a blanket, a towel, a cushion, this is yours. This is where you get to go and be very mindless and mindful at the same time. And it can be mobile. You can take it to a park. You can take it to different rooms. You can use it in a very mobile way. Another thing that people really enjoy with meditation is using a candle, or using, in some cases, an altar where they put family pictures up, or crosses, or things that represent their religion, or things that they love. And so I've seen some beautiful different ways that people have created their own meditation space, and it can be really fun to do that, to make a place of intentional practice. And then there is how do I meditate? In my massage practice, a lot of times people will say, I don't know how to relax. I can't relax. I don't know how to meditate or visualize or what have you. And I think, I bet you do, because I believe that meditation and visualization and using our imagination and all things that are freeing in that way, in a spiritual way, I think that's our natural way that we come in. I think kids just naturally can do that and check out and tap in. I've seen it a lot myself. So I think it's just more of a matter of remembering how to do it, rather than trying to make up a way it's supposed to look or be. Something about meditation is it's extremely personal. It's very individual. There's no right or wrong way. It's really the process. It's not the end result. It's not about getting out of your mind. It's not about doing something that is transcendental, or doing it with a certain amount of breath, or a way to breathe with it. It's about allowing yourself to seek the center of who you are, which is more like a spiritual communication with yourself, rather than a mental, thoughtful communication. In fact, the thoughts will probably be there, but rather than grabbing onto them or trying to direct them, or even trying to delete them, you just let them go. Like, okay, there they go. But in that kind of movement of thought and that activity, you can actually find a very peaceful place where you are. And for me, I'm babbling again here, but let me tell you what really has worked well for me, especially in the early days when I was probably, before I was even a teenager. I would locate myself to the center of my brain. And to do that, I would think, I have a physical brain, and so I'm going to go to the center of it. It's mine. Hello, it's in my body. And so I would bring my attention into that place inside my head. And when I realized that I was there, that wow, this is my brain, and my intention is to be right in the center of it. From that place, that awareness, I started to expand beyond my brain, and I started to allow myself to become more than my body, and to become more than my thinking. And with practice, I started to experience being connected to everything, everywhere, right now. And at a very young age, I started to understand that I had an ego, and I had everything that is about an ego, the tendency to think and have identity of who I am and what I want to be and what I should look like. And then I also had this other side of me that wasn't necessarily ego. It was more expansive. It was like, but wait a minute, this is really who I am. This energy, this sense of being part of the whole, bigger than myself, this is who I am. And so meditation has always allowed me to get back to that place of being bigger than my ego, of being more powerful than my ego. And also to go there when life was painful and hard and there's a lot of suffering. I could go into this expansiveness and kind of set aside ego and heal. So meditation has been extremely valuable. Some people ask me, what is the difference between meditation and prayer? Well, I can't answer that for everybody, but I can answer that for myself. For me, meditation, like I just explained, is to go into the expansiveness of being part of everything, being part of the whole and whole in my part. Prayer is where I actually do have intentional thinking, and sometimes it's like just thinking on gratitude. I will pray with gratitude and invite that into my life. But other times I actually pray for things. I pray for people. I pray for environment. I've even prayed for abundance. Something that I've learned with prayer is if you ask for it, you might receive it. And if you're too specific, it will come, but it will come with a lot of other stuff that maybe you weren't expecting. So with my prayers, I'm very careful with what I pray for, because I believe they are answered, and that miracles happen, and that sometimes those miracles aren't exactly what you want. Okay, I'm babbling, but I'm feeling like it's necessary. And I see Martha Pitts. Hi, Martha. Thanks for spending some time with me. How special is that? Martha is my former sister-in-law. I haven't seen her for a long time. So I'm curious to know, whoever's watching this and whoever sees this in the future, how do you pray? Where do you pray? Do you meditate? How does it benefit you? Would you like to do more of it? Do you have some input to what you've heard here? And hopefully this will motivate you to do it. So for me, I'm going to do it. I'm already committing myself to 20 minutes a day, sitting and giving myself into my practice of meditation, because discipline is what helps us to become better at those things that we're intentionally wanting to do and have and be. So, namaste. The divine in me recognizes the divine in you, and I respect our differences and our likenesses 100%. Let's pray more and meditate more, just for the health of it.